Hey there, gang. It is Crooker here for Crooker Plays, and we are back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. Now, if you look up in the upper left-hand corner, you will see that this has changed from 1581, 1591 to 1621, which means the Alpha 8 experimental release phase 4 has launched. Is it 4 or 5? I can't remember. Has launched. So there are a whole bunch of new updates to the game. But what that means is my old save game is going to be done. So that means that I have to start again. So I'm going to start again. And we're going to do it right now, but I'm going to spare you the agony of watching me grind through to get to a minimum of self-sustainable level. So I'm going to play through that, and then we'll kick back to the game. So let us go new game. Now, there are lots of new features added and bug fixes for this experimental release. Of course, this isn't going to be the last one, which means any game that I start now, I'm going to have to start again and again and again until the stable release has dropped. However, that's part of the fun of playing an experimental release. So we're going to do this anyway. And let's call this Alpha 8 V5. I think it's V5 or 4. Oh well. It's V5 for this game. So we'll set that. Survival game mode. Yes. Medium. Yes. Now, in my last game, I had actually turned the food and oxygen and the food consumption down and the temperature consumption down, or temperature radiation impact down, because I felt that was a little bit more realistic. However, I think they've made tweaks to that, so I'm going to keep it where it is right now. So we'll start equipment medium, player progression normal, degradation speed normal, normal, auto miner depletion true, enemy difficulty medium, rate of NPC spawn normal, medium, normal, true. Okay, so we're just going to play a generic game right there, and let us get into it. So as this loads up, we're going to get into the game, and we'll play through the crash of my escape pod, and then I'll kick out and fast forward through to the point at which I have some stuff to play with. So that's probably about 3 or 4 hours of game grinding for me, but it'll happen for you in seconds. All right, so we are approaching planet Goronor. Now, what do we have on this planet? There's something straight ahead, which I will take, or get to, I guess. And I always try and get as close to the water as I can. Small wreckage there. And I see some stuff on the ground. And we are going to hit the ground. And here we go. Wow. All right, we have, oh, I'm alive, Robinson Protocol, follow the instructions, the idea said, so I am going to run through the Robinson Protocol again, just because it gives me something to do, so I'm going to hit let's go, and I'm going to take our water, and I am going to kick out of this right now, and we'll get back to you here in just a second, which is about 3 hours later for me. So talk to you in a second. And we're back. Well, it's actually been a few days here, and we have been collecting resources desperately trying to get to a point where, you know, we're kind of not so dependable on resources anymore. So we have a few, and I've also done a lot of exploration of the area, the immediate area, and I found and scouted out a location for a brand new base. So I've got a brand new base down here, and if you look at the map, we're going to see that this base is near a body of water, so I know that I can set up water or oxygen collectors here, oxygen generators. So we're going to take a quick jaunt down here, take a look. I've started kind of a hole for a new underground base. Eventually we're going to try and get to this alien tower here, but our focus right now is going to be base building and HV building until we can get to space, which I have not been able to do yet in this particular iteration. Now, if you look in the upper left-hand corner of the game, you see that it's 8.0.2.1623, which, if I'm not mistaken, the last time we left, just a few minutes ago, it was 1621. So the devs have been hard at work making the game much better for us. So let me take a look at my food situation here. I'm going to take one of those. Plenty of plant fibers. I want to actually build a very rudimentary base and get a fridge going, a constructor going real quick, so I can start storing some stuff and building some more of that base and getting that kind of going. So what I am planning on doing, my plan here is to dig into the hillside. I'm digging an underground base like I was doing in my previous game. I'm going to dig into the hillside, and then if I can't, I'm going to try as hard as I can to construct an HV mining craft, so I can dig a lot quicker and get a base kind of built quickly. But getting a garden or some farming plots down real quick is going to be really important. So this is my lake, and I am dubbing this Crooker Lake. We're going to call this, we're going to go right down here and call this Crooker Lake, or Lake Crooker, right there. And my base is going to be right here. Underground. And I have nothing built yet. So that's why it's going to be very important for me to get something in really early game. Get this going, get at least a preliminary build done as quickly as I can. So I'm going to hollow this out a little bit, and I'll come back in just a couple seconds. Okay, I'm going to lay out the foundations, the very, very first bit of my underground base here. So what I first need to do is lay out my base starter, and the core here doesn't have to stay here, but for now we're going to just put it right here so I can build some concrete blocks and dig around them. Just going to dig down a bit. Ultimately, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to just crater out some space here to put my constructor and a generator and a fuel tank. So I need a minimum amount of space to do that, and I think they're 2x2 for the constructor and 2x1 for the generator and 1x1 for the fuel tank. So that's enough to get me started. Once I have my constructor then I'm going to have a much easier time building an HV. At least it'll craft faster than my survival craft, my survival constructor here. So I can hollow out this space and start creating some other stuff. But my other challenge right now is the fact that I am still only level 4. So I have to open up some unlock points so I can start building a hovercraft here, a serviceable hovercraft. And eventually I want to get to, where is it? Level 12, where I can get my drill module going. So we're working towards that, and it's going to be a slow grind. A slow grind. So let me put out some concrete. Now I can always move this core later. The problem with the core is that it's going to bring drones to attack. But because I'm underground, those drones are going to have a much harder time attacking me. Because generally what happens is when they come, they shoot at the core. So they start making a beeline for your core. And they'll shoot until they get through the core. But because I'm underground, well, I guess the idea is that they have to shoot through the ground. And I don't know how hard that is, but I think it's going to be a lot more difficult than shooting through concrete blocks and stuff. Alright, so while I'm digging out this, I'm going to go back to my constructor. Come on out. And I'm going to put, let's see, a fuel tank, a generator, and a constructor on the grill. And I'll get rid of those for now, because I've got enough concrete blocks for now. I usually set them crafting, but I'll stop that if I need to craft something on a more higher priority. So lay this down. So that's kind of the start of our base. I think that's going to do it for this episode. A little bit of a shorter one, but I'm going to do some offline work and try and get this hollowed out a little bit more and try and get some more experience. If I get into some trouble, or if I get into some conflicts or find something interesting, then I'll kick back into the video. But for now, I'm going to go offline. So leave me some comments if you're seeing if you like what you see, or if you want to see something specific, let me know, and we'll catch you on the flip. All right, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. This is Crooker Plays. I'm Crooker, and we will be back with Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 8 Experimental 1623.